Hi, I'm John Lewis Stage. I've been fortunate to have spent a life in photography. I'm back home in Warwick, and I'm doing photographs of Warwick. And it's a storytelling, wonderful experience. And it's a full and lively life. Okay, so I was born and raised in Warwick. My family, old Warwickians, mostly lawyers. But I was given a plastic camera when I was probably 12 years old as a gift. And somehow or other, it just stuck with me. And I thoroughly enjoyed it. And I'm still, even now, doing photographs 90 some odd years later. And I think Warwick is a wonderful community, and what we can do to preserve it and encourage it. So I've been doing these photographs as you might see them from the window of a school bus traveling, taking you to the centralized school now. And if we can do this, it makes it all worthwhile to preserve. So I started professional photography in New York City as a freelance in about 1949. And it was when magazines were still going fine, and it was very healthy. It was the code of the day. And gradually I worked my way up through assignments to doing a lot of international traveling. And I've worked in 100 and some odd different countries. I've worked in all the states. I've been very fortunate. And now I feel very fortunate to be back in Warwick and to be part of trying to preserve some of the qualities. I say one of my present projects is to photograph those preserved lands under the PDR program. There's upwards of 5,000 acres that now have been preserved. So I'm trying to photograph them as you see them from the school bus or from my little Mini Cooper. And I'm trying to do it in the different seasons. And this one that I held here is a fall season, made last year. So I'm trying to really encourage the preservation of the open space in Warwick in my own way that I can contribute. And I find it beneficial in my idea for me, and also maybe beneficial for the community. So it's been such a great pleasure. It's fun. And I'm in my 90s now. I use a cane, but I'm still able to get around and photograph. And so photography has been a round trip for me. And it's been both fascinating. It's been productive from a financial standpoint. I made my living doing magazine assignments as a freelance assignment photographer, writer, and I'm still doing it. I use very simple point and shoot cameras now because I can't carry complicated things with me. And it's beneficial because it's, I think back to my father, who's a lawyer here, saying, well, you know, photography is okay as a hobby, but you certainly wouldn't want to do it for a living. And I think that he might be pleased now to know that that he'd have to modify his ideas a little bit. So life has been very, very, very good. So I now live in the village in a 100-year-old house, and I've been, you know, not part of the political life of Warwick, but I think I have made a contribution, and it's satisfying.